Late in the 20th century, terminal boredom fell upon the land. The maker looked down and said, "This is not good." And so it was. He brought forth Genesis, a system with twice the power, twice the challenge, twice the fun, with high-definition graphics and stereo sound. And the maker saw what he had done and said, "Now that's not bad. Discover Genesis, and your world will never be the same."
Thinning hair. It's a problem most of us will face. But now Revlon has the solution. New Nutrisome supplement. Nutrisome is scientifically proven to make your hair thicker and healthier looking.
Johnny Handsome. The movie comes on like gangbusters, says Rolling Stone. Dazzling performances, an amazing piece of acting from Mickey Rourke. Lean, mean, and suspenseful, raves Playboy. And Jeffrey Lyons calls it a slam-bang action movie.
I don't think you know what you're missing.
Sure I do.
Mickey Rourke, Ellen Barkin, Elizabeth McGovern, Forrest Whitaker, and Morgan Freeman in a Walter Hill film, Johnny Handsome.
Now playing at select theaters. Check newspapers for theaters and showtimes.
The Mountain of Muscle and a Pontiac Firefly and Chevy Sprint take on the Black Widow. But nothing is more fuel-efficient than the gusty Firefly and Sprint from GM.
Pontiac Firefly, Chevy Sprint. Big heart, small price.
As we go to the bottom of the sixth inning, Baltimore leads at 1-0 as Paul Bass and Pat Gillick look on from the box. McGriff, Bell, and Gruber, the batters. Well, the bats player of the game for Baltimore will receive the new Canon Prima Shot with remote control, the automatic compact Prima Shot. All of the latest technology, plus the world's first infrared remote control. Now the invisible picture taker can always be in the picture.
Graham McGriff takes a strike. He has struck out twice tonight, as Ballard has his number. And McGriff has hit 4 home runs this season. Off Baltimore pitching, he goes after a pitch outside. He looks totally lost at the plate.
This is one thing Cito Gaston, if he comes back as a manager, is going to push for, to get Fred McGriff up on the plate, get him to stand up there and pull that outside pitch, not have to reach for it.
Here's a ground ball down to Milligan, the first baseman, for the first out, bottom of the 6th inning. Now it'll be up to George Bell, who's 0 for 2 tonight. As the Blue Jay bats continue to remain silent.
Well, we thought coming into this series that if the Blue Jays didn't hit, it would be tough for them to generate runs. And you can ask George Bell all about it on extra innings. There's the number, 416-449-3389.
We love you too, Mookie, but George is the MVP. The other day in Detroit, George asked me, he said, "You know the umpiring crew is going to be, is Garcia going to be there?" Well, Garcia's here, but he won't be behind the plate in this series. He's down at third. That little altercation that George had in Cleveland with Garcia, it cost George $1,000.
Well, things are balanced out. Frank Robinson had one with Garcia about 2 weeks ago. So they're no favorites, that's for sure. At least for Richie Garcia. Watch Quirk with the target. Watch him set up here 0-2. Watch the emphasis with the glove. Way down here. Bell goes after a bad pitch. With 2 strikes, you have to be protective. The Sky Dome.
The house that George built.
There was another George that built the stadium in New York. George Herman Babe Ruth. Yankee Stadium, of course. Once again, 0-2 pitch. Quirk simply, look at him, say, use your head, Jeff, use your head. You're way out in front. Okay, Quirk's really made himself into a fine catcher. Not an everyday catcher by any means, but what a valuable backup Quirk's been. Change up way out in front. Look at him. That's a great shot. Quirk going way out here. I want it way out in front.
Jays with only 4 base hits. And only 1 extra base hit, a double by Borders.
Way outside.
Fly ball, center field. Devereaux back at the warning track. He's got it. That might be the deepest part of the ballpark.
And it's a long out. Bell gave it a ride, but it was the outer half of the plate. He couldn't pull it and didn't hit it far enough to right field. He hits it out in Death Valley here in the Sky Dome, and Devereaux takes it on the warning track. Bell hit that one pretty good.
Come on, Kelly, let's go.
Kelly Gruber, the batter, and he's 0 for 2. It was Ripken who made a sensational diving stop on a ball that had base hit written all over it. He got up and threw him out. The 18 home runs that Gruber has hit this season is a career high. Boy, oh boy, could the Blue Jays ever use one right here. Whoa, that pitch sure looked outside.
Ballard's been able to get to that part of the plate. Clark gives him that side of the plate, but Ballard walked a hitter with that ball on the other side. Base hit.
In the gap, Devereaux over, he cuts it off, but Gruber will still have a double. And that's one thing that the Oriole outfielders have done so well this year, is cut off those extra base hits.
Well, Devereaux kept it from going to the wall, and it might have been a triple for Kelly Gruber with that outstanding speed. But it's so far in the left center field alley by the time Devereaux cuts it off. He has to take a few steps to slow down, and Gruber gets into second base.
Now with 2 down, the batter will be the shortstop, Tony Fernandez. He walked in the second, popped up in the 5th.
Fernandez has gotten big hits for the Jays in all September. None would be bigger than this one in this situation.
And you wonder how that last at bat will affect him. Remember, Clark called a couple of pitches in the outside part of the plate, and they exchanged words. Got to help Fernandez a little.
Well, the thing about it, they're both professionals, and they have to put it out of their mind, and I'm sure Al Clark's done it, and same for Tony Fernandez. Fernandez has to concentrate on Ballard.
2 balls and no strikes. He's going to be careful with Fernandez. He knows he's got Manny Lee in the on-deck circle. Fernandez, a much better hitter than Manny Lee.
Much more selected for sure. Thinking off-speed pitch in this situation. Change up this low.
3-1 the count. And I doubt if you'll get a good pitch to hit.
If Ballard does anything, he's going to make it an off-speed pitch. Maybe the changeup with the 3-1 to Fernandez. Up low.
So now it's up to Manny Lee. And that's the best place to put Fernandez. Why give him a chance to tie this game up?
The only thing about that is he represents the go-ahead run now. But Manny Lee should hit one into the gap. Fernandez has a chance to score from first with 2 outs. The runners will be off on contact, so they'll have good jumps off first and second respectively.
Manny's 0 for 2 tonight. He lined up to Milligan in the second and popped up in the 5th. Pitch is low.
Quirk thought that was good enough to be called a strike. Frank Robinson felt it was high enough for a strike, and now he's asking Al Clark, hey, where was that pitch? Low. Yes, Frank. It's low. Low? I didn't think it was low. Thank you, Mr. Umpire.
Frank has been so polite tonight, and so is Al. Fly ball, right field. Orsolak lost it for a moment. He's back at the track, and he has it.
Orsolak's having a tough time with fly balls here in the Sky Dome tonight. That's two that it's taken him a long time to pick up. But Ballard gets out of a jam with a fly ball to Orsolak in right field. And once again, Jeff Ballard is pitched very tough with runners in scoring position.
Still 1-0 for Baltimore. You're watching Labatt's Blue Jays baseball on TSN.
Esso Protec engine oil brings you this simple demonstration of the effects of friction. Two objects rubbing together create heat. When those objects are in your engine, that heat means wear. Deposits build up. Fuel economy goes down. Your engine's only protection is a skin-thin layer of oil that either makes it or breaks it. That's fact, not friction.
A New York City cop on the trail of a killer. From the back alleys of Manhattan to the streets of Japan.
You remember me, don't you? This isn't New York.
Justice falls like black rain.
I thought we were working together.
Michael Douglas, Black Rain.
Now playing at theaters everywhere.
So until someone says open sesame, I'm stuck in the cave of riches with no food. Just when McDonald's bacon double cheeseburger is finally back. And if I don't get out of here by October 22nd, I won't get any. Well, I bet no one's been watering my ferns.
The goddess of love should never have to go out to dinner alone. Isn't there anyone who will take me to McDonald's for a bacon double cheeseburger? The taste no god or mortal can resist. Zeus? Ares? Maybe Stewart down in personnel.
Is it really true that a Ballard can't win in TO?
I don't think Jeff Ballard feels that way. I think he's a hockey fan, and boy, is he a pitcher.
Harold Ballard's team might be losing over all these years, but he always seems to win at the box office. Jamie Quirk will lead it off for the Orioles here in the 7th inning. A great ball game. Blue Jays have out-hit Baltimore 5-4, but Phil Bradley, who hit a first-pitch home run in the first inning, and that's it, a 1-0 lead. And there's father-son, our Prime Minister, Ryan Mulrooney. He's explaining to his youngster how to play the game. A strike in the outside part to Quirk.
Quirk can't complain too much about strike calls because he's been getting them for Ballard all night long. As a catcher, you simply step back in there and say, I'll take some of that medicine.
I bet our Prime Minister would love to do that more often. Get his kids out to the ballpark, those hot dogs, popcorn, pop. Remember in Baltimore, Buck, we were there when President Bush came to the park. They said it cost $1 million for him to go to the ballpark to watch the game.
Well, by the time Saturday, Sunday rolls around, it might cost that much for tickets here at the Sky Dome.
3-1 the count now to Quirk. Acker came on in relief of Stottlemyre in the 6th. Struck out the side. Pitch is high. Quirk is on with a walk. Now the Blue Jays would be looking for the double play. But what does Bradley do in this situation? Does he bunt?
I don't think he bunts because Quirk is a tough guy to get down to second base. Quirk doesn't run that well. They might hit and run with Quirk. Bradley has good bat control. They've got to be thinking aggressively. Bradley 2 for 3, home run and a single. But he's a good hit and run guy.
Stottlemyre only gave up 4 hits. Bradley got 2 of them.
They're going to bunt. At least that's what they want to put in the Blue Jays' mind. Cal Sr. over at third. Series of signs. He might be trying to get Bradley a fastball by giving him that bunt first time up. Now it's 1 ball. So the Orioles can switch off and go to the hit and run. Pitch out.
They've got him. Hung right out. Great call. John McLaren makes those calls from the dugout. And he's done it ever since Cito Gaston took over.
Well, it's a good time to take a shot right there. A good time to gamble, even if you're not 100% sure. With Bradley, the leadoff guy, Quirk not a good runner. Go ahead and take a shot with the pitch out. Borders takes his time. Nice deliberate throw to Fernandez. And Quirk simply concedes the out.
2 balls and no strikes on Bradley. Pops it up. McGriff will not have a play. It's about 8 or 10 rows deep. So a big play for the Blue Jays.
Nice throw by Borders on that foiled hit and run attempt. Sometimes catchers will really rush that throw when they see they've got a runner. Cold turkey down there. He took his time and delivered a strike.
The Blue Jays sure have had a much better second half than the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles, since the All-Star break, only 2 games over 500. The Blue Jays, 18 over 500 since the break. 3-1.
That was a slider that just got away from Acker.
Acker's only walked 10 in 25 innings. Just a tad high, I guess.
They got away with a hang and breaking pitch. That's in the danger zone up there. He'd rather have it around the knees, but that was up around the letters to Phil Bradley.
Remember, the Blue Jays have never lost with the roof closed here at the Sky Dome, and it is closed tonight. And they trail 1-0 here in the 7th inning.
Acker really has trouble with the balls because at this point in the game, the majority of the rubbed up balls, the ones that are prepared with the river mud, are gone. And he has a tough time getting a feel for the grip of the ball. Now they'll have some balls that really aren't rubbed up all that well. They'll rub them up during the course of the game. And Acker has always been bothered by this.
Ground ball. Fernandez should make the play. He does. 2 down. 2 more games without an error for Tony Fernandez, and he will set a new record for shortstops in the American League. There's action in the Blue Jays bullpen. On the left, Dwayne Ward. On the right, the left-hander, David Wells.
The Jays can come at you from both sides with some pretty good heat right there.
Tim Hewlett. Undoubtedly, this is the biggest game of this 3-game series. A win for the Blue Jays, all they have to do is win one of the next 2. For Baltimore, if they win today, it's all even.
Frank Robinson really put a lot of emphasis on this first game in that pregame interview. It felt like if they could win this first game, that eliminates all the home court advantage here in the Sky Dome.
And he says, I'm going with my best in Ballard. Done it for me all season long. And he sure is doing it here tonight, isn't he?
Ballard has been outstanding, not giving in to the Blue Jays for one moment. Foul tip. Now Clark heard that ball nicked the bat on the check swing and rung up a foul tip.
2-2 the count. A chopper to Gruber for the third out. So we're heading to the bottom of the seventh. The Blue Jays trying to get back in this ball game. They trail by 1. You're watching Labatt's Blue Jays baseball on TSN.
Hello. Gotham Cornerstone? Yes, we seem to be down to our last Diet Coke. A gentleman is on his way to pick some up. Just look for a black car. No, this black car will be rather difficult to miss. And by the way, the gentleman is usually in quite a rush.
Just for the taste of it, Diet Coke.
Finding the right parts for your car can be a frustrating experience.
Have you got a Frazitz for 75 Convoy?
I'll look out back.
Do you have a Frazitz for a 75 Convoy?
Well, sure. You go straight down to stereos and you turn left. Go 5 steps past appliances, through paint and wallpaper.
But not if you shop where the professionals do at Bumper to Bumper. We've got everything you'll need for your car repairs. Parts, tools, accessories, and a little friendly advice.
A quick left, a right.
So why go anywhere else? Do it with Bumper to Bumper, the auto parts professionals.
Play, score, and win at all A&P Dominion stores. You could win one of 26 trips for 4 to Orlando, Florida, home of Walt Disney World Resort. Courtesy of Canadian Holidays, a world of vacations. Or win this color TV from Emerson, a Skill home workshop, a 35mm camera from Fuji, or this car phone from Cantel. Next week's feature products, Colonial Crackers, are perfectly delicious and perfectly priced. And Beatrice Classic Ice Cream, available in 9 delicious flavors. Baltimore leads it 1-0. A first-inning home run by Phil Bradley. That's the difference in this ball game. And what a game it has been. 5 hits for the Jays, 4 for the Orioles. Borders, Hill, and Mosby here in the bottom of the 7th. As Jeff Ballard has been absolutely magnificent. The Blue Jays have left 7 runners on. The Baltimore Orioles, they have left 7 on.
Perry Cito Gasson referred to the fact that his club was a late-inning scoring ball club. The only thing about that against the Orioles is Greg Olson, who's sitting down in the Oriole bullpen, the rookie that's been outstanding. Just outside.
Borders had a big night tonight. He's 2 for 2, singled in the 2nd, doubled in the 5th. It has been just over a month that Pat Borders has hit a home run. 1-1 the count.
Park almost called that a strike.
You know, the Orioles are 17-4 in the past 21 starts, combined by Ballard and Bob Malachy. And Malachy pitches Sunday.
Let me tell you, Ballard has made me a believer.
Yep.
He certainly listened to what Dave McNally told him as a youngster in Billings, Montana, where he grew up. McNally, of course, the great left-hander for the Orioles in the mid-60s. McNally was one of the 4 20-game winners on that 69-71 Baltimore team. Palmer, McNally, Cuellar, and Pat Dobson.
There's a fly ball to center field. Devereaux back. And he's got it. Boy, I'll tell you, those outfielders can sure go get it.
And we heard Robinson talk about shallow outfield. He liked the outfielders to play shallow because they have such good speed. Anything hit back to the wall, he figures if it's going over their head, it's going to be a home run. So he wants them to play shallow. Devereaux gets a good jump on this ball. He runs to the spot where he expects it to come down, glances up, sees he's got plenty of room, and Makes it just shy of the warning track.
That was a strike, that last pitch called by home plate umpire Alan Clark. Ground ball, one hopper, Ballard. 2 down.
Ballard's like an eye surgeon tonight. Just nipping the corners, taking a little bit off, moving back and forth. A precision job pitching for sure.
Now Lloyd Mosby. And one thing about it, if Ballard runs into trouble in the 8th inning, he'll go right to Olson. And he has been magnificent. Off the end of the bat, Hewlett makes the play. 3 up, 3 down, and Ballard is doing a number on the Toronto Blue Jays tonight. Orioles lead it 1-0 through 7. You're watching Labatt's Blue Jays baseball on TSN.
Good boy, Valley.
I'm a bird man. Know what I am? I'm a bird man. Bird man. Know what I am? I'm a bird man. And from one bird man to another, this bird's for you.
What is it about the Chevrolet Cavalier that makes it so irresistible? Its many features, its good looks. Or could it be Cavalier's captivating price? It's no wonder more people are attracted to Chevrolet than any other car. The world's most successful cars.
There it is, Bill McGuire. He's gonna go first. Wally Hayden sensors. Go Don't be crazy. I'll check it out.
SO knows it's a big decision to go first.
I'll go first. I'm not afraid.
The unknown can be a place filled with adventure. Still, you walk into it for the challenge of being the one who says, I'll go first.
Hey, come on, Goldie!
That is Greg Olson standing in the Baltimore bullpen.
He hasn't allowed a run in his last 20 appearances. That's a club record for Baltimore, which has had some pretty fine relief pitchers.
They just announced the attendance here tonight. 49,636. That is an all-time record. The 35th straight sellout. And you add, let's see, the 49,000. And they've got 3 million. Just 3,275,000 in that neighborhood. Of course, that's an American League record. 1-1 the count. The batter is Cal Ripken Jr. Blue Jay fans haven't had too much to cheer about. They've seen a great pitching matchup, and that's it. And one swing of the bat has made the difference. A home run by Phil Bradley in the first inning.
And all of the scoring happened before they even settled into their seats. First pitch of the ball game. Knock out those Orioles.
Ripken doubled in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 3 in this ball game. He struck out in the 1st and popped up in the 3rd. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Now Ballard gets a pitch like that all night long. Why doesn't Acker?
Because Ballard has been trying to do that, you know, where he has the target, he hits it, umpire is in the rhythm with it.
I know what you say makes sense. It just doesn't seem fair, that's all.
Umpires will get into the momentum of the game, too, and I don't think it's wrong. If Ballard sets up outside and continues to hit Quirk's glove all night long, they're going to give it to him. saying 2-3 inches off the plate. Set up out there, hit that glove, it's a strike. Intent has a lot to do with whether or not an umpire will give you a ball or a strike. Boy, Ripken had a good cut at a tough pitch, slider down and away from him. Boy, he had the best swing of the night.
Fouled off a few pitches in his last at-bat before he doubled. 16 of his 21 home runs have come off right-handers. His longevity record, of course, for consecutive games played continues tonight. This is his 1,248. Hits a drive to left field. Mookie is there on the warning track.
Backer asking Al Clark about the balls. He said, man, these things aren't even rubbed up. I'm dying out here. But he gets Cal Ripken on a line drive to left field, first out of the 8th inning.
Now Joe Orsolak steps in. We look ahead to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it's the heart of the Blue Jay order. Mookie Wilson, Fred McGriff, and George Bell.
Will get Olson up and throwing in a situation where he might need to get Bell out. Al Jackson sitting to Robinson's left, the pitching coach. They're having a great night here, aren't they?
He looks like he's asleep half the time. That's chopped foul. 0-2 the count. This being our final telecast of the season on TSN, we sure would like to thank all the sponsors that participated. It has been a pleasure. We hope you're happy.
We really hope you're happy.
Well, you've seen
some
a great exciting season. Baseball. Sure has. Base hit up the middle. Orsolak. First hit for him tonight.
First hit off Acker. Takes it right back through the box into center field.
So they're up and throwing in the bullpen still. Ward and Wells. Wells, the left-hander. So Steve Finley will now come in and pinch run for Orsolak. Finley's a better runner.
And a very outstanding defensive player, so he's going to take over in right field. Finley, good speed.
He's got 16 stolen bases, only been caught 3 times. And the batter is Milligan. And Finley's a better defensive outfielder than Orsolak. Orsolak has had some problems out there in right field tonight, but he's managed to make the plays, and that's what counts. Strike to Milligan.
Acker used to have problems holding runners on, but the stint in the National League made him improve on that. Pitch out, nothing doing. If you go to the National League and can't hold runners on, they'll run you right out of the league. So Acker had to make an adjustment. He shortened up his leg kick and quickened up to home.
Just outside, 2-1.
Now this is a running count. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out. Finley, pinch runner at first base with outstanding speed. Robinson might try to create a hole in the infield by starting the runner. Not going.
Chop foul. Craig Olson. Look at the little toys in front of him. What's he doing out there?
There's another
those little, what are they, little hockey players?
Ninja Turtles. Yeah. Need some company down there. It's pretty boring here in the big leagues.
How'd you know those were Ninja Turtles? You got a set of those at home?
It came out of the closet on national TV. My Ninja Turtle collection.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Milligan. There goes Finley. Fly ball, it's in the gap. Hill over, cuts it off. The throw in, and they're going to hold up Finley at third. A good play by Hill.
The infield of the Blue Jays saved a run on that play. Manny Lee and Fernandez decoyed Finley into stopping at second base. A very heads-up play by the middle infielders. Fernandez, pretending to be catching a ground ball, made Finley stop at second base, and that could have saved the Blue Jays a run. It's a slider that Milligan takes to right center. Mosby, Glenn Allen converge on it. Glenn Allen Hill gets it back to the infield. Watch Finley right here. Watch the infielders. He's not sure where it is. He makes them stop, and then he goes to third. Never picked up the ball. Could have saved the Blue Jays a run right there.
So they're walking Mickey Tettleton to load the bases. And with 1 down, the batter will be Craig Worthington. And Worthington tonight is struck out twice. He's 0 for 3. So at third base, you've got Steve Finley. At second, Randy Milligan, and Mickey Tettleton over at first. 1 down. Now Juan Bell, George's brother, comes in to run for Tettleton.
And his job, as he gets instructions from Johnny Oates, is to break up a possible double play. Bell has good speed, and Johnny Oates is saying, you get down there on a ground ball and stir up the action. A couple of your homeboys are down there, Manny Lee and Tony Fernandez. You got to break up too.
Juan has played, I think, 1 game at short and a little bit at second for the Orioles. Hadn't seen much action.
He came from the Dodgers in that Eddie Murray deal, but Craig Worthington is the man of the hour for the Orioles. He is tough with runners in scoring position, batting .326 for the year with runners in scoring position. Blue Jays looking for the double play.
For a ball.
For the Blue Jays will play for a double play up the middle. Gruber, if he gets a hot shot, will go around the horn. McGriff will come home on anything but a hot shot right towards him.
To Fernandez, he's going to come home with it. They make the play, and Finley is out.
That's a good play by Fernandez and Gruber both. Watch Gruber give way to Fernandez here. He might have a chance at it, and then Fernandez takes over because his momentum is carrying him towards home plate. Borders didn't have to make the tag, but he moved up in front of the plate to make sure.
And Gruber made the play. He never would have got the out of the plate.
Never could have come back to home. jam shot. Gruber ducks out of the way. Borders puts the tag on the base runner. Now Clark brings him up.
So the batter is the center fielder, Mike Devereaux. The bases are still loaded. 2 down. 8th inning. Baltimore leads it 1-0. Fly ball, center field. Mosby, he calls for it. He's got it. So once again, the Blue Jays get off the hook. That's the second time tonight that the Baltimore Orioles have loaded the bases and didn't score. How about those Blue Jays? Let's come on back and get them. You're watching Labatt's Blue Jays baseball on TSN.
Thinning hair. It's a problem most of us will face. But now Revlon has the solution. New Nutrisome supplement. Nutrisome is scientifically proven to make your hair thicker and healthier looking.
Maybe you'll be lucky. Maybe you'll just have to replace your connecting rods. But maybe you'll need new valves. Then your bearings and crankshaft could go. Maybe even your rings and pistons. But you can help prevent all this for just a few dollars with a Fram oil filter. So you can pay a few dollars now, or a lot later.
When overworked muscles ache, put your pain on ice with new Deep Cold Therapy.
Weiser Lock, a proud Canadian company creating superior security products. Wiser people with a long tradition of craftsmanship. People dedicated to excellence. People developing exceptional quality finishes. Wiser specialists working with computer-aided design to achieve the highest level of lock technology. Testing, evaluating, creating. Wiser Lock people. People whose real strength is working for your security.
Defensively, Steve Finley remains in the game, plays right field. He has made some sensational catches this year for Baltimore. And Billy Ripken is at second base. It's been over 2 weeks since Billy Ripken has started for the Orioles at second because Hewlett has done such a fine job. As far as the dugout is concerned, the Blue Jays right now have to heat up those bats. They trail 1-0. Phil Bradley's first inning, first pitch home run. That's the difference in the ball game. Now let's see if the spark, Mookie Wilson, can get it started for Toronto. Changeup, curveball, it's a little inside. Bottom of the 8th inning. We can't see the dugouts here, but you'd have to think that Greg Olson is up and throwing. Base hit. So Mookie Wilson does it. He gets on base.
Since he joined the Blue Jays back on August 1st, starts a rally. He's on the base. And the right-hander, Greg Olson.
So now Freddie McGriff is at the plate. He has struck out twice and grounded out. He turns the bunt, fouls it back out of play.
Freddie's got a chance to make a big contribution here. I know he hasn't done it very often, but he's really got to turn around, face the pitcher, and make sure he gets it down.
I think it's a situation where you got to let him swing away, too. Even though he's in a slump. Mookie gets back at first.
And you can see that McGriff was ready to square around, so he's going to bunt for sure. Now Worthington, the third baseman, can really come hard on that bunt. Look at Worthington. He's 20 feet in front of the bag. Milligan will break with the pitch.
It's a tough situation for McGriff. You know, he's had one bunt all season long, one sacrifice bunt.
And they took it off.
Yeah. I wouldn't let him bunt in this situation. You know, they've had trouble bunting. Let him swing away. I mean, he can break this game wide open for you.
Well, if he should happen to get the bunt down, then Robinson's got a decision. Does he walk George Bell, put the potential winning run on base?
Take
I
the
don't
bat
think
right
so.
out of Bell's hands, too.
Well, I think Robinson would pitch to Bell. All bet carefully. Well, maybe Cito took a page out of Frank Robinson's managerial book, because McGriff got the first pitch, trying to put a bunt down. Cito saw the feeble attempt and then gave him the hit away. Robinson did that in Milwaukee to Tettleton, and Tettleton hit a 3-run homer.
Pitch is high, 2-2 the count. Ballard has been magnificent all night long. He has allowed just 6 hits. They have been 6 scattered hits. Believe me. A ground ball to Cal Ripken. He'll go to brother Bill for the force on Mookie.
Mookie made it interesting at second, but the Ripkens team up for the force out. Watch Mookie hustle down there. He makes it a close play, and I don't know if he was out. Boy, that was a bang-bang play at second.
Now here comes Frank Robinson. What are they going to do with George Bell?
They're going to make Bell hit against Olson.
That's it.
Fabulous job. Outstanding game by Jeff Ballard. And he gave Frank Robinson exactly what he wanted in this opening game of the 3-game set. He pitches the Orioles into the 8th inning and turns it over to Greg Olson.
And Olson has been their big stopper all season long. 27 saves, and as Buck told you, has not allowed a run in 20 appearances, stretching back to July. He got his 12th save against Toronto in a 2-1 victory. Then he came back and got his 13th against Toronto in a 5-4 win. He has pitched a total of 4 1/3 innings and has allowed only 4 hits, 1 earned run. But there's the man of the night, Jeff Ballard.
If Olson can shut the door on the Blue Jays, Ballard will pick up his 19th victory.
He has one of the best curveballs in the game today. This pitching change is brought to you by Mark's Work Warehouse, Canada's #1 store for Levi's.
Mark's Work Warehouse is Canada's #1 store for Levi's red tabs. We have every style, color, and size of red tabs that Levi's make in stock. Levi's red tabs for the whole family, $39.99 every day at Mark's Work Warehouse.
So with Olson on the mound, Blue Jay manager Cito Gaston has taken Freddie McGriff out of the ball game and sent in a pinch runner. Be Tommy Lawless.
And you can't worry about McGriff's next at bat. You've got to send Lawless in there with that speed, trying to think about tying the game up. It's the 8th inning. You got to make all the moves, whatever you think might win a game for you. Lawless has been outstanding as a pinch runner all year long.
He has stolen 11 out of 12 bases. A veteran that if he can steal a base and come in and get a run to tie the score, you know, he has paid dividends on the season.
Olson with that big breaking curveball will be a candidate to get a stolen base on, because he throws so many curveballs and they're such big breakers that base runners might have an advantage. Olson, good hard fastball and an outstanding curveball. Frank Robinson compares it to some great curveball pitchers.
Blyleven, Sad Sam Jones,
Camilo Pascual. It freezes the hitter. You know he's going to throw you a curveball, but the spin is so tight and he throws it so hard, it starts right at you, you give up.
Well, with 1 down, the Blue Jays will send up George Bell and Kelly Gruber. this inning. Unless, of course, they get the double play off Bell. Tried it all 3 times tonight. But Bell has done it all season long. Big base hits in clutch situations. Can he do it again?
This is some matchup. Olson, the stopper for the Orioles. Bell, the possible MVP for the Blue Jays.
There goes Lawless, first pitch. The throw by Quirk. Lawless has stolen the base, but he'll stay there. The ball rolls out into center field, but not far enough. What a job by Tommy Lawless.
He got an outstanding jump. Watch the intensity in the slide. Throw goes off Lawless. And now look at Ripken lay on top of Lawless to make sure that he can't go anywhere until he sees where the ball is. The throw is in the baseline. It hits Lawless in the back of the arm. And look at Ripken. He's just kind of saying, why don't you stay right here a minute until I find out where this ball is. So Lawless is in scoring position with 1 out. Huge stolen base.
That first pitch to Bell was a strike. Hit him. Now, of course, Olson can pitch around Bell with first base open.
I think he wants to get him out because he represents the potential winning run. Go-ahead run for sure. Jays trail it by 1. Lawless is the tying run. He's at second base. There's that curveball. Just freezes the hitter. It looks like it's going to be high and inside and then dips down over the plate. You know he's going to throw it, but you can't do anything about it. Hitters have only hit 189 against Greg Olson.
There goes Lawless, and a ground ball hit by Bell to Ripken. They get him. Lawless was stealing third.
So on the ground out to Ripken, Lawless moves to third base. He was off on the pitch. And now Lawless can score on an air, wild pitch. And with that big curveball, that's always a factor.
And it all comes down to Kelly Gruber. Gruber is 1 for 3 in tonight's game. A double in the 6th inning.
I wouldn't throw Kelly Gruber a first pitch fastball. I'd start him out with a curveball. They threw first pitch fastball to George Bell and got away with it. Ooh. If I'm Gruber, I got to make up my mind first pitch fastball, just take a shot, because once you get a strike on, you know what you're going to get.
And going up there, you know he's got such a great curveball. That's the pitch you're going to be looking for. One and one the count.
The thing that's so impressive about Olson, you remember that he was on the U.S. Olympic team. He had mononucleosis, and then he said, hey, I'm not 100%. I want a release from the team. And then he went on to sign with the Orioles and got a chance to get strong. Now he's a youngster in a pennant race, and he's been able to handle everything. Look at that curveball. Oh, that thing goes the entire length of the strike zone.
Yep. Olson, 6'4", 210 pounds.
Quirk really has to think about a curveball in the dirt here with 2 strikes. He's got to have that in his mind to block anything in the dirt.
It's cut by him. Here comes Lawless. The game is tied.
The curveball in the dirt got away from Jamie Quirk, and we got a tie ball game.
Full count to Gruber.
Let's go back and give Tommy Lawless a little credit. He stole second, and then he went to third on that ground out. He was running on the pitch.
Let's give him all the credit. Big stolen base, his biggest of the year.
There he is. He's the man that made it happen.
Lawless hasn't played much this season for the Blue Jays. Back only in the 57 ball games and 68 at-bats, but whenever asked to play, he has played well defensively at third, and he has stolen 12 bases. He has done it all when called upon.
That made Tom Lawless' season right there.
Sure did. Just when you thought all was lost, Olson looked so strong on the mound. He was ahead on the count to Gruber. Then a wild pitch.
That's one of the dangers of having such an outstanding curveball. Chances are you're going to bounce one occasionally.
This crowd won't stop. Strikes him out.
And Quirk's upset with himself because he knows that he let Greg Olson down by that ball getting away from him.
It's tied at 1 as we head to the 9th inning. You're watching a great play.
Never got in front of the ball, and he knows there's no sense in chasing that one. We got a tie game.
You're watching Labatt's Blue Jays baseball on TSN. Now let's go to this TSN Sports Update.
You need a break, just a bit of a break, and Tom Lawless generating that for the Toronto Blue Jays. Right now, let's take a deep breath and take a look at some CFL highlights. Edmonton playing Hamilton. Frank Bruno, the Hamilton coach, pacing up and down the sidelines and watching some turnovers in this game. 6 first-half turnovers, as a matter of fact. Early in the second quarter, Reggie Taylor gets the ball, and he will pick up 3 yards, and that goes over the 1,000 mark in the season for Reggie Taylor, the first player to gain 1,000 plus this year. Story of the first half, the running of Tracy Ham. Look at this. Out of the pocket, and 51 yards later, they're at the 6, and 3 plays later, 3rd and goal from the 1. Blake Marshall, 9-5 is the score. Now third quarter, Ham finds Marshall again, and he will move around. 16-5 for the Eskimos. Now to the fourth quarter. The song remains the same. This time, Ham sprints downfield, and away he goes again.
Gets away from Mike Walker, down to the 10, hit hard.
Brought down at the 1. Marshall finally takes it in to make it 26-5 Edmonton, and later in the fourth, Edmonton will pad its lead. Ham looking, and he finds Tom Richards, and he finds your living room. That made it 33-5 for the Eskimos. The final score is 33-12, Edmonton over top of Hamilton. We'll get back to the ball game, and after the ball game, Sports Desk right here will update you on all the other baseball.
It's tied at 1, 9th inning, 6 hits for both teams. And you know, these teams have fought all season long. The biggest lead that the Baltimore Orioles had all year, 7.5 games, June the 28th, and the largest deficit was 3. But for the last 7 weeks, just 2.5 games either direction have separated Baltimore and the Blue Jays.
If you got any friends that aren't watching, call them up and tell them to turn the TV on, because we got a whale of a ball game here. Quirk, Bradley, and Billy Ripken will start it off for the Orioles in the 9th.
And Jim Acker's still on the mound. He came on to start the 6th. That's chopped foul into the dugout. John Olerud, the rookie, is in to play first base for Fred McGriff, who was taken out for a pinch runner, Tom Lawless. And you know what Lawless did. But can you imagine the kid off the college campus? Here he is in the biggest game of the year in the American League, and he's in there at first base. He's only had 3 plate appearances.
Well, Cito Gaston could have used Mazzilli in this situation, but I believe he wants to keep Mazzilli's left-handed bat on the bench in case he wants to use a pinch hitter later on. So
it's a gutsy move by Gaston. Acker ahead in the count, 0-2 to Jamie Quirk. He didn't like that call.
Yeah, but he's not saying anything. You can see that, and that wild pitch is still eating at Jamie Quirk. He let that wild pitch get away from him. It was a blockable ball. It was a tough one by all means, but Quirk, you could see his reaction in the dugout after the inning. He felt he should have had it.
The Orioles have left 10 runners on in this ball game. The Blue Jays have left 7 on. You talk about nail-biting time. Twice the Orioles have had the bases loaded and didn't score. There's a chopper down to Manny Lee. One away. So the leadoff hitter, Phil Bradley, who gave the Baltimore Orioles a 1-0 lead in the first inning, first pitch of the ball game, he hit it into the second deck. He hit a blast. Popped it up. Gruber, the third baseman. Now Fernandez calls for it. 2 down.
Well, Gaston said that his club takes a long time to score, and they certainly took their time tonight. That run in the 8th inning tied it all up. Johnny McLaren checking his defensive charts, and they're going to move the outfielders around to right for Billy Ripken. This is Ripken's first at-bat of the night. And there you see the defense. Straight away on the infield, shaded slightly towards right in the outfield.
As we said, Billy Ripken hasn't started in a couple of weeks. A couple of home runs. He lost his job to Tim Hewlett. Bottom of the 9th inning, it's Fernandez, Manny Lee, and Pat Borders. But you probably see Witt. A ground ball to Gruber, short hops it. 3 up, 3 down for Jim Acker and the Blue Jays. We're heading to the bottom of the 9th, tied at 1. You're watching Labatt's Blue Jays baseball on TSN, and it's a beauty.
Thirst for First, brought to you by Labatt's Blue.
Everybody's got the spirit this year. I think this year the Jays are going to take the series. I'm going to feel absolutely ecstatic. I might even put my hand on my heart. I don't know.
I pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance.
Kelly, Ernie, George, Lloyd.
To the ball club.
From the bottom of our hearts, we love you.
Go team.
You're our team.
Call the Toronto Blue Jays. Make us proud of you. We are proud of you. Let's go all the way.
Labatt's Blue salutes the Blue Jays for the way they play. Words to change the way you buy tires.
I gotta count on these tires to perform all 4 seasons. Hey, so do I. That's why I carry Generals. They know how to build them. You know, I'm really into off-road driving. Just try them.
This is high performance.
So are these. Just try them.
Drive General Tires, passenger, off-road, or performance radios. And take the 30-day challenge. See your participating dealer for details.
Let's vanish. I'm famished. Let's grab a bite in a Coca-Cola Classic. Oh, I got an urge to feed my face. I got the munchies, I got for taste. Chow down it, then drown it. It all goes better with the Coca-Cola Classic. Can't beat the real thing, no. Can't beat the feeling.
Bottom of the 9th inning, tied at 1. 6 hits for both teams, as Greg Olson will face Fernandez, Manny Lee, and in all probability Ernie Witt. And the big question you have to ask here, how far will Frank Robinson go with Greg Olson?
As far as it takes, I believe. I think he'll let him go 3 or 4 innings if he has to. Remember the importance that Robinson put on this first game. If they lose this first game, they go down 2 games with 2 to go. That means they got to sweep the next 2, a very tough assignment, especially here in the Skydome against the Blue Jays. So Robinson really feels this game is important. I'm sure he might force Greg Olson to go a little longer than he would like.
Our Prime Minister, look at that intense look on his face. Down to Milligan, steps on the bag, and Fernandez goes down.
Now Olson has started everyone off with the first pitch fastball. Manny Lee is a very good fastball hitter. If I were Manny Lee, I'd step up there and take a whack at the first pitch, looking for the fastball.
Greg Olson is the toughest pitcher in the major leagues to hit a home run off of.
He got the fastball, but it was in on his hands.
He has given up only 1 home run in 83 in the 3rd innings.
Ernie Witt has come out. He'll pinch hit for Pat Porters.
To the count to Manny Lee. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Fitting that they come to the bottom of the 9th inning tied, the way these 2 teams have played all season long. Fly ball, left field. Bradley has to go back a few steps, but he makes the play. 2 down. And now the veteran Ernie Witt comes to the plate. Ernie is 3 for 15 as a pinch hitter.
Attention to all 4 batters that Olson has faced. He's got to say first pitch fastball. Look for it. There's nothing to lose. Ernie's a good high fastball hitter. Take a shot. Look for that first pitch fastball.
Ernie hitting .370 off the Orioles this season.
Well, Olson crossed him up. Very timely curveball.
Down to the appeal, Rich Garcia, and he punches out a strike.
Take another look at it. Watch the bat, see if it crosses the plane. Went quite a ways.
Yeah, it sure looks like it did. Strikes him out. So we're heading to extra innings. This game is tied at 1.
The ball falls out of this curveball. Witt just couldn't contact it. It was a yellowhammer.
And he stares down at Rich Garcia. You're watching Labatt's Blue Jays baseball on TSN.
Esso would like to shed some light on the subject of gasoline. Not all gasolines are right for your car. Some can cause engine knock, even engine damage. Now there's new Esso Supreme with added deposit control. A premium gasoline specially formulated to provide smoother burning, more power, and acceleration. In short, regular gasoline can't hold a candle to new Esso Supreme.
The battle battle continues with the biggest, most powerful, and most famous of monster trucks ever assembled. The battle of the monster trucks and mud racing spectacular. The impossible, the unthinkable, the greatest lineup of monster trucks ever, pounding the ground with brute force, untamed horsepower, and unrelenting might. It's an hour of power you won't want to miss. See it Saturday, September 30th at 10 Eastern right here on TSN.
So Dwayne Ward has come on the pitch for the Blue Jays. His record, 4 wins, 10 losses, 15 saves. And what a job Jim Acker did. He went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, didn't give up any runs, and walked a couple. He also struck out the side in the 6th inning. So now it's up to Ward.
This is his 65th appearance. Ward, of course, the big strikeout ratio, innings to strikeout, 122 strikeouts in 113 innings. Ward had control problems in Detroit on Tuesday night. He walked Pat Noakes with a full count, and then he hit Doug Strange to load the bases, and then had to give way to Tom Henke. But Jim Acker certainly did his share tonight, discussing the outing with Pat Borders. And Acker and Stottlemyre gave the Blue Jays a fine combination.
This will be Ward's 4th appearance against the Orioles this season. He does have a save, 5 innings pitched, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. But his control has been his problem. And Cal Ripken will lead it off for the Baltimore Orioles, followed by Finley and Milligan. We have seen sensational pitching from both sides tonight. Ballard and Olson for Baltimore, Stottlemyre and Acker for the Blue Jays. Now let's see if Ward can continue. Right-handers only hitting 199 off Ward this season. Left-handed hitters 257. For a strike.
Ward can simply overmatch you if he can throw it over the plate.
And it just seems like, Buck, you've got to hold your breath when he comes into the ballgame. Ground ball off his glove. Fernandez can't hold on to it. So a base hit for Ripken. It was off of Ward's hand.
And Fernandez got a glove on it, but he couldn't come up with it. It'll be scored a base hit as it went off Dwayne Ward's bare hand. He tried to slow it down. That's just a natural reaction. Take a look at this. Ripken hits it hard. Watch Ward's bare hand. He just gets his fingers on it. Fernandez can't close the glove on the ball. He might have had a shot at Ripken if he could come up with that ball, but it's still a tough play. It went off his hand. Now Clark says Clark's not giving him a trip. Cito's arguing that point. Clark didn't think that it hit Ward, and that's what Cito was upset about. He's got to make sure that he's sound. There is no way that you could let him pitch until he gets full feeling back in those fingers. Of course, it depends on which fingers. If it's the bottom 2 fingers, that's important, but you can see his hand shaking. He got him right off the index finger, it looks like.
He's going to go to the bullpen.
He wants Henke. That's the Henke sign right there. Big, tall Henke. That's who I want. And because it's an injury, Henke will have all the time he needs. But Ward took that ball off his fingertips. Henke, take a look at it. Now watch his bare hand as this ball goes by the mound. He just waves at it and gets the first 2 fingers on the ball. That's just a natural reaction, but listen to the reaction to Tom Henke coming in. So because it's an injury, Tom Henke will have all the time he needs to get loose. So Dwayne Ward faces 1 batter and has to give way because of that comebacker to the mound he put his bare hand on. Hopefully it's nothing serious. It'll be a matter of just going out here today, maybe getting some ice on the fingertips.
You know, we look at the scoring in this ball game. Bradley with that home run in the first inning. And then a couple of times the Orioles loaded the bases. In the fourth couldn't score, and in the eighth couldn't score. And the Blue Jays, Mosby led it off in the first inning. He singled, stole second. Wilson and McGriff both struck out. And Bell flied out. And then Fernandez. As the Blue Jays had a couple of base runners in the second, they couldn't score. Fernandez got as far as third base. They had another scoring opportunity in the third. Couldn't score. But the big inning for the Blue Jays was the fifth. They loaded the bases. And Mookie Wilson flied out to right to end that threat. So Tom Henke has come on with nobody out, and Cal Ripken down at first. Since the All-Star break, Henke, 13 saves in 28 games. Against Baltimore, he has thrown 5 shutout innings. Look at the strikeouts there, 110 and 86 innings pitched. So Ward and Acker join one another on the bench.
And they certainly are contrasting line scores. Acker, 4 innings, just 2 hits. Ward, no innings, faced 1 batter, gave up a hit, got hit on the fingers. You can see he's hit on the index finger. Acker saying, go ice it, man. And Ward's going, no, I don't need anything. He's got to get ice on it right now, immediately. If there is something wrong, he needs ice on it to calm down the swelling. You remember, we got 2 more games left. Used to be Acker was the hard-headed one. Now he's trying to convince Ward to get some ice, and Ack's trying to get some help from the trainer, saying, tell him he needs some ice on that finger.
Well, Ward's had a tough season. 4 wins, 10 losses, 15 saves. And a big game the other night in Detroit. Game 2, the Blue Jays had a 3-1 lead in the 9th inning. Ward couldn't hold it and ended up picking up his 10th loss of the season. And here, the first hitter he faces, Cal Ripken, singles up the middle. Henke has allowed just 8 earned runs in his last 75 2/3 innings pitched. Aceto is pulling out all the stops in this first game. Jays can win this one. They only have to win 1 of the next 2. They lose it, well, they've got to win Saturday and Sunday to win it.
And you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. You know it's on tap tonight. Make the moves tonight. Then you reassess in the morning. See what you have to do tomorrow. Don't worry about over-pitching somebody. There are no tired arms in the last 3 days of the season. You go to whoever you can.
Henke told me earlier this year that it usually only takes him 15, 16 pitches to warm up. He says he's okay, ready to go. I thought when Henke came into the game the other night in Detroit, I didn't think he was warm. Didn't look like he was throwing that hard punch.
Generally, you can see with first pitch or 2 whether or not he has his velocity.
So Ripken is at first base. We are in the 10th inning, nobody out. The batter is Steve Finley, and you can bet he'll be bunting.
Remember, we've got a rookie at first base in John Olerud here in the 10th inning, 1-1 tie. He's a pretty good fielder, but he's still a rookie. Uh-oh, pops it up, goes out of play. So Finley on to try to sacrifice the runner to second. Olerud looking for the defensive assignments. Remember, this is all new to him. He just joined the club September 1st.
But has hardly played. You know, he's played an inning here, an inning there, and that's about it.
And he didn't expect to play, I'm sure. So he'll be breaking down the first base line, expecting the sacrifice bunt to come his way.
He squares to bunt, pitches outside. Finley, since the All-Star break, has hit .310 for these Orioles. He's done a pretty good job.
Well, he was slated to be one of the outfielders on an everyday basis, and then he banged his shoulder in the first game on that right field stadium fence in Baltimore.
Pops it up. Olerud makes the play. Big break for the Jays.
And Henke goes, nice going, youngster. So Olerud gets into the action. Takes a little bunt pop-up. Ripken still at first base. Bad mechanics. Finley tries to jab at the ball. Hinkey is hollering instructions to Olerud. And then gives him a pat on the back saying, nice going, John, baby.
Now the hitter is Randy Milligan. He is 1 for 3 tonight. A double in the 8th inning. You know what would be fitting in this game? To have Olerud come to the plate and stroke the winning hit.
I'll take it anyway.
A little low inside. Checks the runner. There's a strike. I guess you could say the 2 best relievers in the American League. Well, 2 of the 3 best. Eckersley, can't leave him out.
They're both pretty good. Yeah. I don't know where they rank necessarily, but they're both the best that the clubs have. They both had good, strong second halves. Both have played a major role in their clubs being here in this final series, battling it out for the division title.
The Blue Jays are 12 and 4 in extra innings. The Orioles 9 and 2. 2-1 the count.
The Orioles have a tough time distinguishing between Hinkey's fastball and his changeup. He has such great arm motion, and they can't pick up any rotation on the changeup. Spoke to Traber, Tettleton. Really asked the left-handed batters about how well they see Hinkey's changeup. And they said, hey, man, we can't tell the difference. That's the key to Hinkey's success. Good arm speed on his off-speed pitches and increased velocity on his fastball.
There goes the runner, and it's fouled off by Milligan.
Ripken making sure that it was a foul ball. Now goes back to first with Robinson. Put the runner in motion. Confident that Milligan could make contact. There's that shot of Hinkey reaching in for that forkball. He gets the forkball grip because he can go forkball or get the fastball grip without the hitters detecting the movement in his glove. In the past, he would start out with a fastball grip and then have to force that forkball grip into his fingers, and there was a lot of movement in his glove, and that would tip the hitters off that the forkball was coming. Now he's reversed it and gone to the forkball all the time, and it makes the change in his glove without much movement.
Strikes him out.
This forkball just disappears at the end. And Milligan wasn't sure if it was fastball or forkball, but he's way out front.
Now Larry Sheets will pinch hit for Bell, Juan Bell, who came in as a pinch runner for Mickey Tettleton.
Sheets is 6 for 16 as a pinch hitter.
Hasn't played that much with Tettleton, the designated hitter in this ball club. But he's got some power. He's a low fastball hitter. And he's usually pretty impatient at the plate.
With all the things that have happened in this inning, Olson might be stiffening up on the bench there in Baltimore. Ward came on, gave up a base hit, and then he was hit on the finger. So Hinkey came out, took a long time to warm up. It's been a long inning. And Olson's been a spectator on that bench.
22 minutes so far.
Have to keep an eye on him when he comes out to start the bottom of the 10th.
One the count to Sheets.
Off-speed pitch. The change-up had Sheets way out in front. Well, Hankey's all set up for a strikeout now. He's got a ball and 2 strikes on Larry Sheets, the pinch hitter, with Cal Ripken at first base and 2 outs.
You got to be careful with Sheets. He can take you deep.
Away the pinch hitter, Larry Sheets. He just throws it right by him.
You're watching Labatt's Blue Jays baseball on TSN.
Let's vanish. I'm famished. Let's grab a bite and a Coca-Cola Classic. Oh, I got an urge to feed my face. I got the munchies, I got for a taste. Chow down it. Then drown it. It all goes better with the Coca-Cola Classic. Can't beat the real thing, no. Can't beat the feeling.
I'm Dick Urban. Behind me is the Montreal Forum, where for many years I've watched hockey's greatest stars. Rocket Richard, Gordie Howe, Bobby Orr, Ken Dryden, Guy Lafleur. This year, the Hockey Hall of Fame welcomes 8 new additions to the game's most prestigious group. I'll be your host for a salute to hockey heritage. Joining me will be men like Lanny McDonald, Darryl Sittler, and many of the game's greatest legends. A salute to hockey heritage, Tuesday night on TSN.
Remember we showed you this little guy about the 4th inning? Well, he's still wide awake.
Yeah, but he didn't get in the game until they tied it up. He was bored until the score was tied. But we got his attention now.
Bottom of the 10th inning, Lee Mazzilli has come out of the dugout. So Mazzilli will pinch hit for Glenn Allen Hill. And if he gets on, you'll see Junior Felix, I'm sure, go into pitch run for him. Mazzilli's hitless in his last 12 plate appearances. But he's a veteran coming off the bench.
And the Prime Minister has enjoyed an outstanding game.
Not as much as his boys, I'm sure. You will remember the debut of Lee Mazzilli. It was against Kansas City. He went 3 for 3, a couple of RBIs, and hit a home run. And has been very popular ever since.
As a pinch hitter, 3 for 6, a homer, and 4 RBIs.
And he can take a walk. Greg Olson came on in the 8th inning. And through a wild pitch as Tommy Lawless scored from 3rd to tie it up at 1. There's a base hit center field. Unbelievable. I can't recall the last time Mazzilli played, but it's been at least a couple of weeks.
veterans in pinch hitting roles. They've been there before. They know what it takes and how to keep prepared. Mazzilli goes upstairs away from his strength and delivers a crucial pinch hit. Listen to the fans.
You talk about earning your money with one swing of the bat. So Junior Felix has gone in as a pinch runner, and the batter is Lloyd Mosby. Now, can Mosby bunt? He did back in the third inning. Laid down a beautiful sacrifice bunt. There you go, Bert. Yeah, how about those Blue Jays? Let's see if they can knock them off right here.
Well, Ripken Jr. is given the defensive assignments to the infielders. Worthington way in at third. Milligan has to hold the runner.
If Mosby can lay down a good bunt, get Felix down to second, you've got the other half of the Met connection. Mookie Wilson with a chance to drive in the winning run. He's letting Mosby swing away. A shot down the left field line, but it's fouled by a good margin. Made a nice catch, too, didn't he?
Made their year. The sky to look at Mosby.
Now do you change the signs and have him bunt?
Now it's tough because he can come with the curveball because Olson's ahead. McLaren going through the signs. Now fine quirk. I call curveball just to see what Mosby's thinking about. Olson has good command of it. Quirk checking the dugout, see if they want to pitch out. You can call the curveball here since you're ahead one strike. Olson throws it so effectively and has such good command, you don't lose anything. Going with the fastball again. That surprises me. That toss there just to see if Mosby tips his hand.
Now remember, Olson has not allowed a run in his last 20 appearances.
The run that scored earlier in the game was charged to Jeff Ballard, although Olson threw the wild pitch.
A good lead by Felix, 1 foot on the turf. Blown away, a ball and a strike to the shaker.
The reason they're not sacrificing in this situation is Wilson's the next batter. There would be an open base. They would walk Wilson, and then you'd have the rookie Olerud batting. There's Wilson. If Mosby sacrificed pinch runner Junior Felix to second, they would then walk Mookie Wilson, and you'd have the rookie John Olerud up there. So that's why Mosby's hitting. The feeling on the bench, I'm sure, that if Mosby hits the ground ball, he runs well enough to possibly beat out a double play. So because you had to get Wallace in the game as a pinch runner for Fred McGriff, now you've got Olerud in McGriff's spot.
Olerud, will he ever come to the plate? Felix down at first. Nobody out. Bottom of the 10th inning. Time was time. Yeah.
Quirk checking with the dugout. 2 balls and a strike, tough time to pitch out.
matchup.
So now with a 2-2 count, Mosby hasn't seen a curveball this entire at bat. McLaren. Olson, what a matchup. Olson against Mosby. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Olson has thrown all fastballs to Mosby to this point. The Orioles expected Mosby to bunt. Fastball
Felix
again.
gets a good lead.
They're staying with the fastball. I question that. Olson's bread and butter has been his curveball.
Mosby has trouble getting around on the fastball. Full count.
Lloyd says, make sure you get one down in the strike zone, Lloyd. Now McLaren going to start the runner at first, I'm sure. Look at Mosby talking to himself. Come on, Lloyd. Get a good pitch to hit.
There goes Felix. Pitch is low and inside. Mosby is on with a walk.
Olson got it. Got Mosby on cold strikes. Now Clark called it inside. Frank Robinson's not very happy with the call. And now Blue Jays are at first and second and nobody out. Take a look at it. Fastball down and in. Clark with a good look at it.
Oh,
said,
that
no.
was a pretty good looking pitch too, wasn't it?
We've seen more questionable calls, more questionable balls be called for a strike. But it doesn't make any difference now. And Pat Beeston, he's probably walked a mile in that Blue Jay box.
You mean Paul? There's Pat. Pat Gillick. Charlie Cipolla in the middle. So it's up to Mookie Wilson. Felix at second, Mosby at first. And does he lay a bunt down? I think they're going to let him. They got to let him hit away, don't they, with Olson up?
Orioles are looking for the punt.
He lays it down. One play to first. They get Mookie. Well, it's all set for the rookie, John Olson. And wouldn't it be something if the kid came through?
Well, he's certainly going to get a chance to hit because they're not going to walk him to get the bail. Look at Mookie Wilson. The veteran Mets come through for the Blue Jays here in September. Mazzilli with the pinch hit to start the inning. Mookie Wilson with the perfect sacrifice. And the table is set for John Olson. You talk about Cinderella stories of Cinderella stories. This is it.
John Olson was Baseball America's College Player of the Year in '88.
Here's a youngster that had a brain aneurysm in February. Baseball was the furthest thing from his mind.
Underwent a 6-hour operation. Here he is. A chance to win the ball game for the Blue Jays. One thing you can almost count on, he'll make contact. The infield is in. There it is! A little loop run into center field. Felix at third. And the throw and fly was not deep enough. So Olson, first pitch, hits it to center field, but it was not deep enough. And Felix had to stay at third.
He hits it off the end of the bat. He was a little out in front of Olson's fastball. Devereaux playing very shallow. Felix can't take a gamble here as Devereaux delivers it on the money to Quirk.
So now it's up to George Bell. The rookie had his chance. Now the veteran.
veteran's not going to get a chance, I don't imagine.
They're going to put him on, I would think you're right. Pitch to Gruber.
Sure. Johnny Oates had to come all the way out on the field to get their attention. I got to believe that somebody out on that field knew what they were going to do before that. There's no way George Bell gets to swing at anything. So we pass the baton to Kelly Gruber.
John Olerud will remember that at bat the rest of his life.
You think his knees were knocking a little bit?
You knew he was going to make contact. It's just a question of how hard he hits it. He's an outstanding contact hitter. I know you haven't seen much of him.
By loading the bases, the Orioles put the force on at every base. So if there's a tough ground ball, they don't have to necessarily go to first.
So the bases are loaded for Kelly Gruber. And Gruber tonight, 1 for 4, a double in the 6th inning. And Olson came on in the 8th inning. He got Bell on a ground ball, and he struck out Kelly Gruber. Gino Gaston.
This is where managers earn their money, sweating out these types of ball games. It's interesting that Olson has gone away from his curveball here in this inning. Remember, in the top of the inning, Blue Jays were on defense. Olson had a long time on the bench, over 25 minutes. But he still got pretty good velocity.
Fouls it out of play, so Olson's in the driver's seat, 0-2 the count.
You don't think that Greg Olson and Jamie Quirk have that wild pitch on their mind in this situation with 2 strikes on Kelly Gruber, bases loaded, bottom of the 10th inning, 1-1 score. The only Blue Jays run scored on Olson's wild pitch.
High and away.
And I gotta believe that has something to do with their not going to the curveball. But that's the pitch that got Olson here, and he's got to use it. There it is.
2-2. Maybe he's afraid of making a wild pitch again.
Of course he is. That'll make you a little hesitant, but that's the pitch that makes you successful, and you've got to have confidence to throw it again.
He's jammed down to Ripken, the second baseman, for the 3rd out. So, for the 2nd time tonight, the Blue Jays load the bases, and they don't score. Baltimore has done it twice as well. So we're heading to the 11th inning. And this game remains tied at 1. You're watching Labatt's Blue Jays baseball on TSN. Inning at 10th, Blue Jays could not score off of Greg Olson after loading the bases.
Junior Felix moves into right field defensively. He came on as a pinch hitter for Lee Mazzilli in the bottom of the 10th inning after Mazzilli singled to center field to start the inning off.
So Tom Henke pitched the 10th. Worthington, Devereaux, and Quirk will face the big right-hander. Worthington with 15 home runs, 11 of them have come off right-handers. He's looking for his first hit tonight, 0 for 4. Both managers have pulled out all the stops. Washington has struck out a couple of times. Fastball hitter. He drops down and delivers on the corner for a strike.
Worthington doesn't think so, but Tom Henke from Laredo throws the heater on the outside corner. Check it out. Right on the black.
Was it ever?
Woo. No way. Worthington doesn't agree with it, but you could see on that replay it has plenty of the plate.
We'll send it down to him. Aldevereaux pops it up. Fernandez, the shortstop. He's got it for the second out. Terminates Southern nobodies. We've seen them all here tonight, haven't we? These signs. Jamie Quirk. He's 0 for 3 tonight. But it was that wild pitch with Gruber at the plate that he could not hang on to. Lawless came in to score the game-tying run. Awesome tonight.
If you can't get up for this one, you're not going to get up for any of them. And Henke's got it together. Look at the determination on his face. He wants to put all this negative talk about the Blue Jays and pennant races and all that behind this club once and for all.
I know you're going to go as far as you can with Henke. But then what?
Depending on the left or right, you can go to Wells.
Cerruti strikes him out. A 4th strikeout for Tom Henke. He's faced 6 hitters. What a job.
We've got a matchup of 2 outstanding relief pitchers. Jamie Quirk gets overmatched with a high fastball. Tom Henke goes 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 11th inning.
And in the bottom, it'll be Fernandez, Lee, and Ernie Witt. You're watching Labatt's Blue Jays baseball on TSN. Pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles here in the 11th, Mark Williamson, who has only been scored on once in the past 9 games. Look at that record, 10-3 with 9 saves. Against Toronto this year, he has pitched 5 2/3 innings, and it's picked up a save. 5 hits, couple of earned runs he has given up, and struck out a pair. So in the Blue Jay dugout, they sit back, relax, and look for the next guy to do it. They could not do it with the bases loaded in the 10th.
Well, they've outlasted the Orioles ace in the bullpen. Greg Olson went 2 2/3 innings. Came in and threw that wild pitch to Kelly Gruber, which allowed the Blue Jays to tie the score at 1. And now he has to turn it over to Mark Williamson.
And he's no slouch. There they are, the first 2 black managers to manage against one another. And what a job they have both done this season.
They've pulled all the right switches tonight. 1-1 in the bottom of the 11th inning.
And talk about 2 gentlemen. You're looking at them right there, aren't you?
Very classy people. Boy, I tell you, they had an awful lot of media out here today, and they were both so accommodating. All the print media, on TV, radio, everybody was out there, and I tell you, Frank Robinson and Cito Gaston did themselves proud with the way they handled the media before the game.
Mark Williamson was ever famous for one thing. It might well be he was the pitcher that snapped the 21-game losing streak in Comiskey Park last year. Now Tony Fernandez turns to the other side of the plate to face the right-hander Mark Williamson. Pitch is low. Williamson has retired 25 of the last 28 batters he has faced.
There's two types of fastballs, four-seamer, two-seam, sinker fastball, slider, and little palm ball.
Right at the second baseman, Billy Ripken. The palm ball's been a big pitch for him, isn't it?
He relies on it a lot. Ripken took care of that liner. Remember, this Oriole ball club does not make any defensive mistakes. Pitchers have a lot of confidence in throwing the ball over the plate with this Oriole defense on the field.
Manny Lee 0 for 4 tonight.
There's a palm ball. Palm ball is a pitch that's held in your palm of your hand with your thumb, and the action comes through it. It's a good off-speed pitch, and it'll break straight down.
Base hit left field for Manny. The little second baseman has come through here in the 11th.
Takes that outside fastball and serves it into left field by Cal Ripken at shortstop. So Lee has a one-out single here in the 11th inning.
Now the veteran Ernie Witt. And they're going to send out Nelson Liriano to run for Manny Lee. Don't forget, coming up on TSN, a big final. Australian rules football. Hawthorne versus Geelong tonight at midnight. That's Eastern time. We won't have to worry about extra innings tonight. George Bell was going to be our guest, but
we got him in the game.
Yeah. There goes. Look at Liriano. Oh, a shot down to the third baseman. A good play by Liriano as he was on the move, and Worthington made the play. Saved a double play, no doubt about it.
Worthington took that ball to his glove side. Liriano off with the play. Ripken gets him to slide, so that keeps Liriano from going to third as Witt hits one to third. Liriano at second base with 2 outs.
Could Junior Felix be the hero? Felix comes to the plate. He had a great first half, but has really tailed off in the second half.
We talked about the outfield defense of the Orioles. Now it's Bradley, Devereaux, and Steve Finley in the outfield. They play shallow to begin with. They're very aggressive. They charge balls well. None of them have outstanding arms, but because they play so shallow and charge the ball so aggressively, they're tough to score on. Now they're going to put Felix on and pitch to Mosby. That's interesting.
It is.
That will certainly get Lloyd's attention. That's kind of like rattling your cage. Hey, we're going to walk this rookie to get to you. I kind of like that for Lloyd. I think Lloyd will ride to the occasion, won't he?
You know, the kind of year he has had, it sure would be outstanding to see him get a base hit here.
That's Frank Robinson saying, listen, Mr. Mosby, I don't think you can come through in the clutch. So Frank has made his decision. He puts the force play in order.
And Mosby tonight has been pretty consistent. He has walked a couple of times, had a base hit.
Look at Mosby. He's got a little smile on his face saying, okay, Mr. Robinson, I think I'm up for the challenge.
Liriano at second, 2 down. Pitch is low. Won the count. Devereaux in center field, playing Mosby. to hit to left center.
On ball, misses low.
Placido Gaston is showing so much faith in Mosby all season, ever since he took over.
Wouldn't he like to pay him back right here?
Fly ball, deep left field, back, it's out of here, up the wall, the Blue Jays win it. The Jays win it. Larry Adams scores, Mosby does it. Lloyd Mosby comes through.
Look at Cito Gaston come out right here. Cito Gaston just met Lloyd Mosby, and that's got everybody happy.
Came through tonight.
That move to bring Mosby to the plate in a game-winning situation, Frank Robinson walked Junior Felix, and Lloyd Mosby was up for the challenge. He drives it high and deep to left field. He thinks it's gone, but it hits off the top of the wall. Mosby wins the game here in the bottom of the 11th inning with a two-out base hit.
And all I could say, how about those Blue Jays? I think they're going to bring a pennant to the Blue Sky Dome.
Everybody on that field contributed to the Blue Jay effort tonight. Stottlemyre, Acker, Ward had to leave after getting hit in the finger. Then Tom Hickey comes on in the 10th inning, strikes out 4. He's the winning pitcher. Tommy Lawless in the 8th inning came on, stole the base. There's Mosby celebrating.
There it is, the final score. The Blue Jays win it 2-1. You're watching Labatt's Blue Jays baseball on TSN. TSN Turning Point brought to you by Remington. The turning point of this ball game was Tommy Lawless. In the 8th inning, he stole second base, came on as a pinch runner for Fred McGriff. And then with Kelly Gruber at the plate, a wild pitch delivered by Greg Olson, and Lawless came in to tie it up. And then, of course, Mosby delivered the winning hit. A cash donation will be made to amateur sport on behalf of TSN and Remington, the grooming company. So the standings, the Blue Jays now lead by 2 and are just 1 game away from winning the American League East Division. You're watching Labatt's Blue Jays baseball on TSN. Baseball has been brought to you by Labatt's Blue, the clean, true taste of Canada, and proud sponsor of Labatt's Blue Pitch. From the major leagues to neighborhood diamonds, it's the way we play. By Esso, makers of high-performance Esso Supreme Gasoline. By your local bottler of Coca-Cola Classic. And by General Motors of Canada. This has been a special presentation of the Sports Network, produced in association with TV Labatt by authority the Toronto Blue Jays. The final score, the Jays win it 2-1. The winning pitcher, Tom Hankey. At 8-3, the loser, Mark Williamson, at 10-4. The Labatt's players of the game for Toronto, Lloyd Mosby. He'll receive the Poland Pro Chainsaw. For Baltimore, Jeff Ballard, he'll receive Cannon's new Prima Shot. As Well, a reminder that hundreds of amateur baseball players have been the guests of our Player of the Game sponsors at Blue Jay games throughout the season. And all members of the Blue Jays pitching staff receive a selection of fine gifts presented by Absorbine Cream, the relief specialist, and by Mark's Work Warehouse, Canada's #1 store for Levi's. Our baseball magic winner, J.S. Lelinski of Oakville. We'd like to thank all our sponsors for participating this season. To our producer, Tom McKee, you've done a great job, along with Mike Lansbury, John Pickett, our stats man, of course, Stephanie Williams, and our entire camera crew. It has been a sensational season, and you know something? It's just beginning. The Blue Jays are going to go all the way.